Please check your audio and video settings, please. Yeah, I think everyone enjoyed yesterday's session. End-to-end flow of execution. End-to-end flow of execution. Understanding my statement? Yeah, those who joined yesterday, those who missed last 1-2 classes, don't worry. Today, in the middle of the session, my admin will share all the backup videos. Till yesterday, all the backup videos will be shared with you. Don't worry about it. Yes, guys. Now, shall we see constructor injection today, guys? Constructor injection. Okay, guys. There are two types of containers, but second container is extension of first container. Got it? There are two types, but second container is extension of first container. Constructor injection, guys. Okay. If the spring container, also called as IOC container, is using parameterized constructor to create spring bean class object and also to inject dependents, then it is called constructor injection. Yeah. For this, we need to place constructor-arg tag. We need to place constructor-arg tags under bean tag. Under bean tag, where we configure Java class as the spring bean. If we place n constructor-arg tags under bean tag, then the spring container. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. Under bean tag, then the spring container looks for n-param constructor for constructor injection. Understanding? N-param constructor for constructor injection. For example, if we place constructor-arg tags, for 3 times, then it looks for okay 3-param constructor for spring bean class instantiation and injections. Spring bean class instantiation and injections. Are you getting my point, guys? So which param constructor should be utilized for Spring Bean constructor injection and bean class object creation? It depends upon under bean tag how many times you have placed constructor-argu tag. Is that clear, guys? Now listen. While performing setter injection, guys, first it creates bean class object, Spring Bean class object, then it calls setter method on that object to complete the setter injection. But while performing constructor injection, during object creation process itself, conjunction takes place. During object creation, Spring Bean class object creation process itself, injection takes place. Understanding my statement? Why? Because we take a constructor taking dependent type parameter, so that while creating target Spring Bean class object itself, dependent Spring Bean class object will be injected. The dependent Spring Bean class object will be injected. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. Set. Spring container performs setter injection after creating Spring Bean class object. After creating Spring Bean class object, it separately calls setter method. Setter method for setter injection. Setter method for setter injection. Spring container performs constructor injection. Constructor injection. Okay. While instantiating the Spring Bean class object using parameterized constructor. Understanding my statement, guys? Which is faster, guys? Constructor injection is faster, setter injection is faster. Constructor injection is faster, setter injection is faster. Assigning dependent class object to target class object while creating target class object itself faster. Assigning dependent class object separately by calling what? Setter method on target class object. Which is faster, guys? Which is faster, guys? I want reply. Spring container perform constructor. Yeah, constructor injection is always faster than setter injection, boss. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Example application on constructor injection. Okay, now tell me. Yes, listen. Tell me, guys. I'm taking a copy of the project. Yeah, when to go for setter injection, when to go for constructor injection, I will come to that point later. Previous example of setter injection, I want to convert into constructor injection. Okay, I'm copying the project, guys. I'm pasting it. IOC project 2. Here is my constructor injection. What injection, guys? Constructor injection. 2 or 3? 3. Okay. Yeah, second one we have taken on new instance method now, boss. That's why. Now listen. Okay, I want to do constructor injection on target class, guys, to assign dependent class object. Tell me, target class should have a setter method, or target class should have a parameterized constructor? Target class this time should maintain parameterized constructor. What do you say, guys? Parameterized constructor. That's why I am commenting the setter method, guys. Yeah, when you do commenting, if this kind of symbols are coming and code format is disturbed, you have to do something in the Eclipse settings boss. Preferences, search for formatter. Search for formatter. Here is my code formatter. New, guys, some name ABC. Now that ABC will be launched now. Their comments are there. Okay, enable block commenting, deselect it. Enable block commenting, deselect it. So this is called block commenting. Whenever you comment, existing code shape will be out. So now this is original. Now you observe control plus shift plus backward slash. Now code is in a proper shape or not? Code in is a proper shape or not? So earlier what has come? It has come in zigzag format. So now it is coming in a right format or not? Though comment is done without disturbing the format, comments are started. Did you notice that, boss? All right. Example application on constructor injection. Yes, guys. To disable block commenting in Eclipse. To disable block commenting in Eclipse. Yes, guys. What is this? Window menu. Preferences. Preferences. Okay. Java code style. Can you switch off camera? Mayank Mishra, can you switch off camera? Java code style formatter. New. New. Give name. Give name. Right. Disable block comment. New name. Disable block comment. Nice, guys. Fine. Now let's see. Now I'm going to take one parameterized constructor. This is zero param constructor, fine and good, guys. But how to generate parameterized constructor dynamically? So it's a public wish message generator. Okay. Tell me date. This dot date is equal to date. Here is my sys trace. Wish message generator, one param constructor. One param constructor, guys. Seriously, what is this? This is my zero param constructor. This is my one param constructor. Date is the parameter. Are you noticing it, boss? Come on. Super. Now, listen, come to configuration file. We configure dependent class. Super. This is a dependent class, guys. Yes, here we are configuring target class. Nice, guys. Okay. Now tell me here. Constructor -arg. Name is equal to date. Which property, guys? Date property. What do you want to inject to that pair property, guys? What parameter? Date. Array, what we are passing is the param name. It is the param name, guys. What we are passing is the param name. Okay. Yes. To this param, what you want to inject? Dependent bean class object. Every Spring Bean is identified with what? Bean ID. What is the bean ID of dependent class? DT. What is the bean ID of dependent class, guys? DT. Are you listening my statement, guys? Are same as property tag. Now tell me, under bean tag, constructor-arg tag is there for how many times? One time. Tell me, it looks for one param constructor, two param constructor, zero param constructor while performing constructor injection. It definitely looks for one param constructor while performing constructor injection. What do you say, guys? It definitely looks or it definitely looks for what? One param constructor. Got it, boss? Yes. Target class, guys. This is for constructor injection. This is for constructor injection, guys. Yes. Okay. It takes DT BNID based date class object. DT BNID based date class object and try to inject to what? Date parameter, date argument of constructor. Anyhow, whatever that comes to date parameter, we are assigning to bean property. So indirectly, we are injecting to bean property only, na boss? Yes. Understanding my point? So we don't pass parameter to that constructor. Parameter to that constructor will be passed by whom? Spring IOC container. What it will pass? DT BNID based date class object. And you don't believe, nothing will be changed, guys. No change in the client application. Seriously, sir. Even 1% change is required in the client application. But only the thing is, it is going to be what? Constructor injection test. After all, we are seeing what? Constructor injection here. Constructor injection test. Understanding my point? Yeah. Say next, say finish. Say next, say finish. Yes. Okay. Now you go to constructor injection test. I'm taking yesterday's code as it is. Not even 1% changed, guys. Constructor injection test, guys. Good evening, Raja has come now because less than 20. 753 means less than 20. Now listen. Okay. How target class object is created, guys? How target class? Using one param constructor, not zero param constructor. Did you observe it? That means internally it is using reflection API to create a target class object having what? One param constructor. That one parameter is nothing but one argument is nothing but dependent class object. What object, guys? Dependent class object. I hope you noticed my statement, guys. Okay. Suppose here you have written constructor-arg tag one time, but there is no one param constructor here. Exception will come. Suppose you have written two param constructor-arg tag two times, but there is no two param constructor. Exception will come. There is no two param constructor, though exception will come. Definitely exception comes or not, boss? Yes, boss. This is my constructor injection, boss. Say paste. Yeah, there is a shortcut key to get the parameterized constructor also. You don't want to write like this. There is a shortcut key code here. Alt Shift S O. Alt Shift S O. Select the property involving what you want to get a constructor. Yes, sys trace. Okay, here what is there? One param constructor. Sir, can I remove zero param constructor in this example? Why not? You can happily remove. Okay, one param constructor. Yeah, this is for constructor injection, guys. This is for constructor injection. Right now, this is optional. Setter method is also not required. We can happily remove it. In only for setter injection, only setter method is required. In constructor injection, we need a parameterized one. If you don't place, also not a problem. You can also remove that and you can still run the application. No change in the effect. Any change in the effect, guys? No change in the effect. Okay, guys. Understanding? Okay. Sir, your printing is not important. You have to think about injection, boss. Yes, this is my wish message generator.java. This is my wish message generator.java. Today, you please worry about single param. I'll introduce multiple parameters later. Don't break your head unnecessarily on unnecessary thing which I have not introduced. I request everyone think about that much which I am introducing. Today, I have just introduced, okay, one param constructor. That's why I have written constructor-argu tag one time. Got it? Okay, guys. Here is my application context.xml. Again, I am telling, whenever you have a doubt on any topic, wait for a few minutes before writing lengthy messages in the chat box. When you are typing messages, I have noticed you are not listening the class. Your focus is on writing statements, correcting their spells. Don't waste time like that, please. This is my constructor injection test. Okay. Right. Constructor injection test, guys. Okay. So right now we have one property. At maximum, how many one param constructors can be there? Only once. If you have a two properties and you want to write one param constructor, how many possibilities are there? Two are there. You have a three properties. How many one param constructors can be there? Three can be there. Four properties. How many one param constructors can be there? Four. Use common sense, Ra Babu. Constructor overloading is possible or not? Okay. When factory.getBean method, WMG method is called in constructor injection, what happens? When factory.getBean method is called in constructor injection, what happens? A takes the given bean ID. Takes the given bean ID. WMG. GEMG. And goes to. Actually, yesterday I didn't highlight internal cache that much, guys. Before going to in-memory metadata of Spring Bean configuration file, it checks whether object is already available or not. Come on. Okay. Right. Takes a given ID. Before going to in-memory metadata of Spring Bean configuration file, it actually also checks in the internal cache once. It also checks once in the internal cache once. If not there in the internal cache, then it will go to what? Okay, in-memory metadata of Spring Bean configuration file. Takes the given bean ID WMG. Okay. Checks in the internal cache of IOC container. Okay. For object availability. For object reference availability. Come on, guys. Since not available. Array, first time na boss. Since not available. Not available. Again, I'm giving internals, guys. It goes to in-memory metadata of Spring Bean configuration file. Nothing but application context.xml file. What file, guys? Application context.xml file. Super, guys. And finds. Okay, guys. Fine, guys. Okay, guys. Tell me. And finds com.nt.beans. Wish message generator class as Spring Bean, guys. And notices constructor injection configuration. Notices constructor injection configuration. Injection configuration using constructor-architect. Yes, observe this. First it goes to internal cache, not there. Then goes to in-memory metadata Spring Bean configuration file. Searches. Is there any Spring Bean whose bean ID is WMG? Yes. What is that? com.nt.beans.wish message generator, right? But notices what, guys? Constructor injection. What is the problem with the constructor injection, guys? Array, first of all, it has to keep a dependent class object ready in order to create a target class object. So that while creating dependent target class object, it can pass a dependent class object as the argument value, right? So here I can create one statement, guys. While working with the setter injection, Spring container first creates a target class object, then creates a dependent class object, then assigns to target class object. Come on. In constructor injection, first it creates a dependent class object and uses it while creating target class object. Understanding my point? Uses it while creating target class object. So final conclusion is what? Setter injection object creation order. First target class object, then dependent class object, then assignment. Come on. Constructor injection object creation order. First dependent class object and then target class object. In this process only, dependent object is assigned to target class object. In this process only, dependent class object will be assigned to target class object. Why, sir? Array, just now I said, okay, using one param constructor, wish message generator class object should be created. Okay, what is that one parameter? Date class object. So without keeping date class object, it cannot really think about calling what? One param constructor of wish message generator in order to create object of wish message generator or not. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on. So that's why notices constructor injection means there's a lot of meaning in that. Notices constructor injection means a lot of meaning, boss. Okay, note. In setter injection model, the IOC container first creates target class object, then creates dependent class object. Okay. Later assigns, okay, assigns dependent class object to target class object by calling setter method on target class object. This is the story, guys. Yes. In constructor injection, model, the IOC container first creates what object, guys? Dependent class object. Dependent class object, and uses that dependent class object. Okay. Uses the dependent class object as the constructor argument value while creating target class object. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Now listen, number 2. Since the enabled injection is constructor injection, okay, it takes ref is equal to dt. Ref is equal to dt from constructor -arg tag. Be with me. Okay, and searches for dt bean id based spring bean class object reference in the internal cache. Come on. Are they available? Internal cache not available. Not available. So searches in and since not available, are you understanding my statement, guys? Since not available, the IOC container searches in the in-memory metadata of, come on, application context.xml for Spring Bean configuration whose bean ID is dt. And finds, okay, java.util.date class with no injections, without having any injections configurations. Come on, guys. What do you say? Is it possible or not possible? It is searching or not searching? Okay. Injections. Observe this one. First came here, finds this. Notices constructor injection. So what is the thumb rule of constructor injection? First dependent, then target. So take this bean ID, searches in the internal cache. Is there any Spring Bean class object whose bean ID is what? dt? Not there. Then searches in memory metadata of application context.xml. Is there any Spring Bean configuration whose bean ID is dt? Yes, there. Are there any injections on this? Not there. Loads the class and creates the object or not? Loads the class and creates the object using reflection API or not? Come on. Simply loads the class and creates the object using reflection API. What do you say, my dear? Yes, boss. And finds without any injections configuration. Okay. So what happens was, number 3, IOC container or Spring container loads java.util.date class and creates the object for it using zero param constructor and reflection API. And everyone knows what is that code. What is that code, guys? Class C1. Array, yesterday we spent a lot of time on it. Class dot for name, java dot util dot date. Okay, load the class. Load the Spring Bean class. Get all the constructors of the loaded Spring Bean class. Tell me, guys, get all the constructors of the loaded Spring Bean class. Tell me, guys. Constructor CONS array is equal to. I'm requesting everyone go by the current application. Don't stop thinking what happens if I keep this, what happens if I don't keep this. Christopher, can you stop thinking further? Can you stick on the current code? I'm requesting everyone. What happens if I keep that one? What happens if I remove this one? What happens if I change the parameter order? Stop thinking and stop writing messages about that. When time comes, I will definitely talk about that. You are not listening current code. You are not understanding current explanation. Unnecessarily you are thinking here and there. Na garka, na gatka. Possibility is there or not there. Definitely other permutations and combinations I only introduce. I only talk. So worry about current code. What happens if I do? What happens if I don't do? What happens if I don't pass? What happens? Today, no. Today, no. Because it's the first class of constructor injection. Yesterday was the first class of setter injection. Try to stick with the code what I am giving. Okay? Please. I'm seeing people writing lengthy messages. For me also, it is taking 1-2 minutes time to read. Okay. That much time you are also wasting in the chat box. My humble request, every permutation and combination I only cover. Please stick to the current code. And one more request, guys. I noticed 1-2 people, okay, at least 5-10% people attending this class already having 1-2% Spring knowledge in the brain or good amount of Spring knowledge in mind. Okay, when I present topic 1, they started thinking about topic 2, topic 3, topic 4 because they are a bit aware of the subject. My humble request to everyone is, you hand over the brain as if you don't know Spring to me. If any small percentages of subject is there in your brain, wipe it off and hand over your empty brain to me. Because you started doing dances in the chat box, and by seeing you, I have to talk in that angle. So my humble request is, until I complete first 3 application, my target audience is what? The people who don't know Spring, who are learning Spring for the first time. Because I'm seeing some people showing dances in the chat box. I do that, I do this. Is it related to data? Is it related to this? So they're trying to show their talent in the chat boxes. Array, what is the use of showing your subject talent in front of Mira Babu? Go and show your subject talent in front of interviewers. Job will come, money will come, and you can support yourself and your family. Are you getting my point or not? So no use of showing your subject talent in the chat box. I know you are excited to compare. You are excited to know. But there is order of learning. And my target audience is not the people who already know Spring. Okay. My target audience is, okay, the one who is learning Spring for the first time. Christopher, Sandeep. Okay, I have to take other 4 or 5 names also. I forgot those names. You are a bit excited, control your excitement. Let others learn the subject. Let me give subject from their angle. Understanding? 95% students are learning Spring for the first time. My target audience is them. You are not my target audience, at least until I complete 4 applications. Is that clear? Okay. Yes. 95% people are learning first time. You are my target. Don't worry. I always think about you. And the people who already know Spring also, they can also enjoy my subject. I'm teaching so much internals, so much depth, so many thumb rules I am giving. You never analyze the subject in this angle. I know that. So think in that angle. Take that benefit if you already know Spring a little bit. Got it now? So I want you people to utilize chat box wisely. Okay, not to show your talent, not to do time pass by writing lengthy paragraphs. And again, I'm saying your question should be simple and short. If it is not there in 3-4 lines, I'm not going to read it. Because to read, I have to pass the class and I cannot concentrate both on that. Understanding my point? Super. So believe me, trust me, I will make if you are a zero, I will make hero. If you are already hero, I will make it as a superhero. But you have to trust me and you have to respect the order of learning subject. It is not QA session. It's a subject delivery session. It's a subject presentation session. When I conduct a QA session, yes, you can show your talents. Definitely you can use chat box, but try to stick with the current discussion. Don't jump here and there. It's my humble request. Fine, boss. Let's go for it, guys. Yes. Get declared constructors. Get a declared constructor. Tell me, guys, date class is having 6-7 constructors. Are you worried about every constructor? No. Okay. Then what? Dynamic object creation. Dynamic object creation. Super, guys. What is this? Date dt is equal to date of cons of 0 dot new instance of. Anything new in this line, guys? Earlier we discussed this one. Yesterday also we discussed this one. So date class object is ready, boss. In the container, what is ready? Date class object is ready. I will give numbering also. Don't worry about it. Number 4. Okay. Number 4. Completes the constructor injection. Okay. On target class. Target class by loading and instantiating. Instantiating target class. What is target class, guys? Wish message generator. Wish message generator using one param constructor through reflection API. What API, guys? Reflection API as shown below. Yes. Number 1, load class. Yes, guys. Class C2 is equal to class dot for name, com dot nt dot beans dot wish message generator. Super, guys. Next, get all constructors of the loaded class. Yes, guys. Tell me. Constructor CONS array is equal to C2 dot get declared constructors. Super guys. Now tell me guys, dynamic object creation. Okay, according to my source code, how many constructors are there, boss? According to my source code, how many constructors are there? Only one. Only one. Observe this one carefully. Only one. Only one param is there. Only one means it is going to be CONS of 0 or not. Okay, guys. Wish message generator. Generator is equal to, tell me, wish message generator. See, what is that? CONS of 1 or 0, no? 0. Dot new instance of. Everyone don't overlook DT. I am passing DT here. Come on. I am passing DT here. Come on, guys. Yeah, DT is what? Date class object. It is now going to become what? Constructor argument value or not? Constructor argument value or not? Come on. CONS of 0 represents what? One param constructor, new instance of DT. Yes, boss. It is placed, boss. It is definitely placed or not? Okay. Listen, guys. Backup videos have come. As admin announced, these are the last backup videos that they are going to give. After this, don't bunk the class. Don't miss the class. Attend classes regularly. Okay. Copy this because to entertain more of attending live classes, okay, we don't share videos much. We share videos of only initial classes because different people joins at different timings. So please attend classes regularly and don't miss the classes. It's my humble request. Save it, guys. And everyone collected the videos now, boss. Okay. So sharing in Facebook is not possible. It will be shared only through personals, boss. Right. They are not public videos. They are given only for you. Right, boss. So CONS of 0 dot new instance of this. Right. Typecasting, boss. Single line typecasting. See, guys, in this process only, object creation is done. Injection is also done. So here two things are happening. Did you notice it? Using parameterized constructor, object creation and injection. Object in creation and injection using one param constructor. One param constructor of wish message generator class, guys. Wish message generator class. Yes, boss. Number 5. Okay. IOC container keeps both target and dependent class objects in the internal cache of IOC container. Okay. Taking bean IDs as key. IOC container keeps bean IDs as the keys and bean class object references as the values. Super, guys. Next, 6. Factory dot get bean WMG method returns wish message generator class object reference. Okay. Back to client application. What, guys? Back to client application as java.lang. Object class reference. Object class reference. And after that, you know the rest of the story, boss. I hope you understood the rest of the story. Super, guys. Tell me, bean ID means reference variable name. Okay. Reference means The reference variable pointing to the object. Indirectly object ra babu. Come on. Okay. So now let's see the practicals of this boss. So we call factory.getBean method. This is factory.getBean method na. What is the number, guys? What is the number? Number 1. Roman letter number 1. Cool. Number 2. Number 1. Okay. Number 1. What is this? Searches in internal cache of IOC container. So let us feel this is IOC container, guys. IOC container. Okay. Here is internal cache of IOC container. Somewhere here we are having internal cache, boss. Somewhere here internal cache of IOC container. I'm trying to give diagrammatic representation, guys. Internal cache of IOC container. Super, boss. Right. Number 1 method is called. In that according to explanation, it also searches in the internal cache, boss. It is available in the internal cache, guys. Roman letter 1 question mark. Question mark means searching, boss. Question mark means searching. There are not there. So then it will come to in-memory metadata of Spring Bean configuration file. Yes, again searches, guys. Searches are not yes, found, boss. And it also notices what, guys? Constructor injection. All these are Roman letter 1 question mark. Understanding my statement, guys? I am giving numbering according to this explanation. According to this explanation, all these are happening here. All these are happening here. Number 2. Number 2. From constructor-arg tag, it takes what, guys? Ref is equal to dt. That is number 2. Taken, boss. Number 2. Again it comes to what? Internal cache of IOC container. Is there any bean ID with dt? Not there. Then what it will do, guys? Notices. It will search in the in-memory metadata of application context.xml. Is there any Spring Bean whose bean ID is dt? There are not there. Yes, there, guys. Question mark. And then what is that? Notices available. Notices available. Then what happens? In the second one, what it is doing, boss? Okay. Notices available without any injections configuration. That's cool, guys. After that, what next? After that, what next? IOC container happily creates the object, guys. Happily creates the object. What is this? Java.util.date class object. Java.util.date class object. What is the name of the object, guys? dt. What is the name of the object, my dear? dt. Super. Okay. That is number 3. Array, according to explanation I am giving, Babu. Object creation is done using reflection API. Number 4, completes the constructor injection. Completes the constructor injection, guys. Now tell me here, it creates wish message generator class object. It creates wish message generator class object. What is that, guys? WMG. Wish message generator class object WMG. In this process, completes constructor injection also, na, boss. Okay. Constructor injection using one param constructor. Yeah, tell me, this object creation using one param constructor completing injection. All this comes under what, guys? Number 4. Speak out, my dear. I want reply, Babu. Number 4. Am I right, boss? According to explanation, is it number 4? Yes. Object creation, assigning this date class object to wish message generator. Everything happens using what? Number 4. Next, for future utilization, it will keep both object references. It will keep both object references in the internal cache of the IOC container. What do you say, guys? Okay, what is this? DT. Java.util.date object reference. Java.util.date object reference, guys. Java.util.date object reference. Next, WMG. What is the reference? Wish message generator object reference. Wish message generator object reference, guys. What is the numbering here? Number 6. Number 5. Okay, you are right. Number 5. Okay. Then what happens, guys? After all doing, it will return. Okay, it will return that reference back to client application. And once that reference back to client application, we do for typecasting, we call the business method, we get the results. At the end of the main method, all destructions takes place. At the end of the main method, all destructions takes place. Is that clear, boss? Okay, yesterday you felt internals are so different, so new. Today, same internals looking very old or not? Today, same internals looking very old or not? So what is the slogan of our classroom? New remains new until we make it old. See, boss, I am not a person who is afraid to introduce depth things. If it is complex to learn, we will study in multiple times. We will study by spending multiple minutes, but I will introduce depth subject only. If I am afraid to introduce yesterday's internals, new instance method, in-memory metadata, internal cache, all these things, do you think today's class becomes this much easy? Today also I taught very important, right? Fourth point is very simple, guys. Okay, because of constructor-arg tag, it have become ready to create dependent class object. Because of same constructor-arg tag, it completes the constructor injection. That is the fourth point. Fourth point, completes the constructor injection. In that process, target class object will be created. And while creating target class object, dependent class object is passed as the constructor parameter value. That will happen by passing it as what? Argument value of new instance method. Argument value of new instance method. I think everyone got the clarity about constructor injection. Clear, guys? Super, boss. Okay, now listen. Popular interview question. If I enable both setter injection and constructor injection on the same property of target bean class, come on. On the same class of target bean class. Array, sixth point I have written. Fourth point, WMG we should write written in the place of generator. No. Fourth point is completing what? Injection process. Here we should write. Here we should write Babu. Fourth point is completing constructor injection. Okay, creating target class object creation, assigning dependent object. See, constructor injection using one param constructor. That means it is executing one param constructor. If you are interested, here also I will give number 4. I don't have any problem. But both together same, guys. Both together same. Everyone getting my point? Super. Okay. After injection, it is keeping in what? Internal cache. After keeping in internal cache, it is returning to client application. It is returning to client application. Then next point, 7th, 8th points, you know that. That's why I'm not going further. I think everyone enjoyed the way constructor injection internal code is given, boss. Come on. It's just improvisation of yesterday's class. Okay. Very popular interview question. Think and give answer. If I take interview, I will definitely ask this question to check whether you are having strong fundamentals in Spring Core module or not. Okay. If we perform both setter injection and constructor injection configurations on the same bean property of target class with different dependent values can you tell me which value will be taken as the final value? Okay, can you answer? Did you understand the question, guys? I have a bean property. On that one, I have enabled setter injection and constructor injection. Okay, with two different dependent values, which value will be taken as the final value? Which value will be? A lot of common sense you have to use here. Can you tell me which value will be taken as the final value? Array, while creating target class object, one param constructor executes, constructor injection takes place. One value injected to the property. Later, setter injection takes place. Okay, already injected value to the property will be overridden with new value. Come on. Already injected value to the bean property will be overridden with new value. Come on, guys. So what is the final value, guys? Setter injection value or constructor injection value? Moreover, I will simplify your thinking process. Okay, constructor injection happens during object creation because constructor execute during target class object creation. Setter method executes after constructor. Why? On the target class object, once object is finished completely, then separately setter method is called, right? Now tell me, since the setter method of setter injection executes, constructor of constructor injection, later to constructor of constructor injection, definitely the value injected to property through setter method will override the value injected to property through constructor injection. Now, boss, common sense, forget about this one. So definitely setter injection value dominates what? Constructor injection value. I'll ask one more simple thing. At the starting of the application, int a is equal to 10. In the middle of the application, I changed a is equal to 20. What is the a value at the end, guys? 20. You are able to give answer properly? Constructor injection happens during object creation. Some x is assigned to property. Setter method executed later. Change assigned y. A property can hold one value at a time. So now y will override x or not? Okay, so what will be the final value, guys? Setter injection value is the final value. Yes, yes, convinced, but you want to show me practically, right? See, basics will remain pure. Basics will remain basics, boss. Only the thing is you have to link them properly. Right, guys? So for the same method, I will try to write one setter method. Alt plus shift plus yes R. Okay, I want only setter method, guys. Yeah, array, this is bean property, na? Has a property is nothing but bean property, right? Okay. Sys set date method. Cool, guys. But how to give the feel? How to give the field? Come on. How to view the field? Through constructor injection, I'm injecting DT. This DT is created using zero param constructor. That's why it holds system date and time. So now I have to inject another date class object which is not going to have system date and time. Then only I can feel the difference now, boss. Suppose I have written like this. Property name date, ref is equal to DT. So what happened? See, actually, this injects system date and time. This also injects system date and time. Can you feel the difference? Can you? Someone is asking, Soumya madam asking one great question. Sir, can we make setter injection happening first before setter constructor injection? First of all, tell me, madam, constructor executes because of tag order, because of object creation order. First of all, tell me, setter method is a normal Java method. Can we execute normal Java method before executing constructors? No, nah. So that's why don't go by this order. Here, whatever the order, first constructor injection takes place, then setter injection takes place. Some people are thinking that, oh, property tag second, now that's why setter injection takes place. You keep first also. Constructor executes during object creation, setter method executes later, right? Come on, guys. Core Java. Okay, let it be. But problem is, I'm enabling both setter and, but both are same, guys. Here I'm injecting date class object with the system date and time. Here also I'm injecting date class object with the system date and time. So can we feel the difference? We cannot practically feel the difference. That's why what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure one more Spring Bean whose class name is again date class. Java.util.date class. But the different bean ID. Different bean ID. Don't give up, listen. Sir, this bean ID different. Here I say DT1. Here DT, here DT1. Sir, what's the use? This gives system date and time. This also gives system date time. We cannot feel the difference. Okay, now listen carefully. On this bean, I will try to use predefined setter methods and I try to perform some setter injection. Sir, predefined class, how you know there are setter methods? Why I will not know? Open documentation or source code of this clause, guys. F3. If you open F3 control O. F3 control O. F3 gives me source code, control O gives me methods of the class. Look at this, guys. How many setter methods are there? Check it out. Set seconds, set minutes, set hours, set month, set year, set date. Hey, there are not there. Setter methods are there in date class means. Can I do setter injection? Array, whether it is a predefined or user defined, come on. Whether it is predefined or user defined, whether it is predefined or user defined, are you listening my statement? Setter methods are there means can we do setter injection or not? Setter methods are there means can we do setter injection or not? Come on, guys. Practice. Until 3 applications, I said, don't neglect the practicals. Do the practicals every day. I don't want to listen the stories. System is not ready. That is not ready. This is not ready. If you are having Eclipse, you can start the practicals. Nothing else is required. Okay. And if Eclipse also not ready, within 1 minute, you can complete the installation of Eclipse. Okay. And I want to do setter injection, guys. Property name, year, value is equal to. I want to give 2010. Okay. Sir, I am tempted and given 2010. Sir, why value? Why not ref? Array, if it is a simple value, simple into float long double string value. If it is object, array object is identified with a reference variable ref. If it is object, Spring Bean class object, that object is identified with a reference variable. Reference variable, nothing but bean ID. That's why ref. If the dependent value to inject to bean property is object type, ref. If dependent value to inject to bean property is simple data type or string type, then value. Alright, now tell me guys, 2010 is the value of bean ID of other Spring Bean class. 2010 is the value of object name of other Spring Bean class. Value. That's why value attribute. But one problem is there, guys. It is not the problem with ours. It's a problem with the date class. It's a problem that is there with the date class, guys. Okay, if you take 2010, it will add 1900 internally. 1900 plus 2010 it will take. 1900 plus 2010 means how much, guys? 39,010, right? 39,010. Are you getting my point? But you want to give 39,000 here, 39,000 here, 1,010 here? No. You want to give 2010. So you show your intelligence. Simply say 110. Bulb is glowing or not glowing? Anything you give internal, it adds 1900. Adds 1900 to given. 1900 to given here. So it becomes 2010. This is a designing problem. That's why they have deprecated most of the methods in date class. We are using only simplification purpose, guys. Next, guys, month. Here 0 to 11, guys. I want to give May month. May month I should give 4 only. Not the 5. Not the 5. Or if I give 5, it will take June. 0 to 11. Here not 1 to 12, guys. It is 0 to 11. My class is designed like this. What can I do? Predefined methods, predefined. Next, there is a setter method called date. Array, this is not a class name date here. Property name date. Here, 1 to 31st you can give happily. 1 to 31st, 31st you can give happily. I am giving 20th. So this is 1 to 31st. Yeah, now listen, guys. DT1 bean ID based date class object contains which date, guys? 2010 May 20th. 2010 May 20th. DT bean ID based date class object holds what? System date. Okay. Constructor injection is injecting what? System date. Setter injection is injecting what? 2010 date. 2010 date. Come on, guys. Okay. If setter injection is dominating, okay, this property of date, this property date should have what? Should have what? 2010 here, right? If constructor injection is dominating, this property date should have what year? 2021 year, right? Should have what year? 2021 year. I think your bulb is glowing or not. A fantastic way of checking which is dominating what, right? Okay. But the problem is nowhere you are printing injected date and time. So let's print injected date and time. Let's print injected date and time in the business method. Date. I'm trying to print injected date and time, okay, in the business method so that I can know what is being injected. Super, guys. Constructor injection test. Observe what is injected. 2010. 2010 is given for what, guys? DT1. DT1 is given for what, guys? Property tag. That means setter injection. That means setter injection. So who is dominating, boss? Setter injection is dominating. Who is dominating, boss? Setter injection is dominating. Crystal clearly I have explained or not? Sir, you kept property tag first. That's why setter injection is dominating. You keep next. Go there. Refresh. Array, Property tag makes container to call setter method. Constructor-arg tag makes container to call constructor. Tell me, constructor executes first, setter method executes first, constructor. So that you put in any order, constructor injection value will be overridden by setter injection value. Constructor injection value will be overridden by setter injection value. If interviewer asks this question, okay, first satisfy his ego. Great question, sir. I never experimented this. In the interview room, you have to play with mind game. You have to play mind game with interviewer. Make him happy. Whenever he asks the question, great question. I never expected this question. I never heard this question. Oh, his ego will be satisfied. Oh, I have asked a great question, complex question. Then give the answer what is there in the paintbrush. Win and win situation. Win and win situation, guys. You are the winner, he is the winner. He thinks that, hey, I asked one complex question interview. Job seeker also struggling to give answer my question. If he appreciated my knowledge of the subject, you made him to win. And you are also winner because he is not going to ask another complex question. He is not going to ask another corner question. Understanding my point? Suppose before he completes the half of the question formation, you answered him. I know, sir, constructor injection value will be overridden by setter injection value. His ego will be hurted. Once his ego is hurted, his target is not promoting to next round. His target is failing you in the current round. So that's why let him once in a while. Let him give him some satisfaction. That is asking great question and his knowledge is addressed. His knowledge is noticed. His knowledge is appreciated. So that what happens? He never goes to another corner question or complex question. It's like this, you have to play mind game with interviewer. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, I have seen some people doing parallel practicals. Stop doing that. Stop doing that nonsense. Stop doing that nonsense. You are not that much busy like Modi and what? Amit Shah, Rahul Gandhi. You are still idle. Okay, please do it. Okay, listen, guys. All right, here double quotes are not kept as a string double quotes. These are XML tag attributes double quotes. These are XML tag attribute double quotes. People are thinking that, hey, string na, arey, worst fellow, this is XML, where is Java? Where is Java? Where is Java, boss? So don't apply Java meaning for double quotes here. These are just XML attributes double quotes, right? So don't bring Java in a .xml file. No problem. Yes, but still you are right. Actually, every attribute value first read as a string only. But converting them to numeric value, assigning to numeric property is not my headache. That headache is taken care by Spring Container. In fact, every attribute value will be read by Spring Container as a string value only. Sax parser reads as a string value only, right? But converting to appropriate type and assigning to that equivalent property is not my responsibility. Spring Container will take care of it. Actually, for that one, there is a separate section called property editors. What editors, guys? Property editors. It actually uses property editor concept to do that job. Understanding my statement? So that's why don't treat them as string double quotes, read them. Here the bean ID is the Java bean class or any class. Or listen, bean ID becomes object name internally. Okay, guys. Let it be. Answer. Answer. Okay. Since the setter method executes after constructor execution, so the value injected by constructor injection will be overridden with the value injected by the setter injection. With the values injected by the setter. Sample code. Sample code. Super, guys. Listen. Sample code. Copy this, my dear. In application context.xml. In application context.xml. Yes, guys. DT1, DT, DT, DT1. Here is what? Setter injection. Here is what? Setter injection. Superna, boss? Right. Next, guys. Note. To inject Spring Bean class object to Spring Bean property, use ref attribute specifying other Spring Bean ID. Okay. To inject one Spring Bean class object to bean property of another Spring Bean class, use ref attribute of ref attribute specifying another Spring Bean ID. Other Spring Bean ID. Spring Bean ID is nothing but what? Object name, guys. Okay. Next, to inject simple or string values. Simple or string value to bean property of Spring Bean class, use value attribute specifying the hard-coded values. Hard-coded values. That means you are directly typing the values, guys. Specifying the hard-coded values. Yes, guys. For this one, this is the example. And for this one, this is the example. For this one, this is the example. Nice. Okay, guys. Next one. Okay, guys. Yeah, I know. We can configure one Java class as multiple Spring Beans with different bean IDs. With different bean IDs. Nothing but different object names will be created. Different objects names will be created. Here is the example for that or not. I'm configuring. I'm configuring. Tell me guys, java.util.date dt1 dt. So same class, but I'm configuring as two different Spring IDs or bean IDs or not. Everyone getting my point? Yes, that's the number one. Here is the example for that. Here is the example. Same class, guys. Different bean IDs. Same class, guys. Different bean IDs. Cool na boss? Right. Really, cool means cool. Next. Next one. Yeah. IOC container identifies Spring Bean class objects, Spring Beans, using its bean IDs. Nothing but object names or reference variable names pointing to object, pointing to Spring Bean class objects. Right. Yeah. So they must be unique within the Spring container. Within a Spring container. Everyone got it, guys? You can take same class as multiple Spring Beans with different bean IDs. Bean IDs in the Spring container must be unique. Are you getting my point here, guys? Come on. Right. Okay. Nagendra, just now I said we will discuss annotation driven Spring in future. Annotation driven Spring in future. Are you listening my statement or not? Just now I have announced, don't link your future knowledge with current knowledge. Again, you are not settled in that point. At the rate configuration, at the rate bean, these are the annotations we will cover in annotation driven Spring programming. Only for few days we will study XML driven Spring programming. In future we will study annotations. Clear, guys? Okay. I hope you benefited with the constructor injection today. It's internals. So today internals have become a bit easier or not? The role of in-memory metadata, the role of what? Internal cache. Now looking very much regular and old concepts. Okay, guys. I will give 10 differences between setter and constructor injection in the future. When to use setter injection, when to use constructor injection will come in future. Today I just introduced constructor injection. Okay. From my side, class is over, guys. Okay. Now I will take your queries for a few minutes. Total 3 objects get created container right now. Yes. WMG DT DT1. Okay. Thank you, Soumya. You liked my work. I am here to share the knowledge and make difference in the market. Make difference in the market. Last point is very simple. Okay. Someone asked me in this example, how many Spring Bean class objects created? With 1, 2, 3. Total 3 objects are created. Come on. Right. Kedar Singh first becomes Java developer, then become full stack developer. Prefer Hibernate with the JPA. Tomorrow, same time class is there. Tomorrow we have class. Okay, guys. Can we check a new instance code generated by Spring container? We cannot see. If you are interested, go and spend time in getBean method source code. getBean method source code. If needed, I will use shortcut also. Okay. Eclipse shortcut. Okay, F3 to see the source code. Source code in Maven or Gradle. In a normal project, not possible, guys. Maven or Gradle project. Next, Control O to see list of methods. List of methods after opening the source code. After opening the source code. That is Control O, not 0, guys. It's a Control O. Control O. And I think there is one more shortcut that gives me hierarchy, boss. What is the F4? F4. Yeah, F4 will give hierarchy, type hierarchy of the class. Subclasses, superclasses, everything will come, guys. Okay. F4 to see the hierarchy. Of the current class or interface or enum or annotation after opening the source code. After opening the source code. Okay. Ankas, I'm really happy. Your confidence is increasing, but still there are so many things are to learn. Okay. Anyway, to see class diagrams in Eclipse, as of now, not there. You have to install some plugins. Yeah. Bhushan Patil, I'm planning, boss. Bhushan Patil, I'm planning, boss. Right. GAS company is good for fresher. I don't know, boss. Please see the reviews in Glassdoor once. Please see the reviews in Glassdoor once. Abdul Muhammad, definitely I'll announce, don't worry. Could you please execute the project? Already I executed now, boss. What happened? 2010 comes. 10 means setter injection has come. When Hibernate with the JPA course starts, very soon it starts. Show the output. I have shown the output also, my dear Pawan Kumar. Already I have executed. Then we have come to one conclusion. Advanced Java only in the evening session. Not like that morning, evening sessions will be there, but right now morning started. Okay. Please run yesterday project once again. I think I have shared in the GitHub, download and run. Please don't make me as your subordinate. Simple but important. Why object always denoted by O level or round shape? O level or round shape. O level or round shape. It's a notation, boss. Nothing else. Representation given by Sun Microsystem. Okay. Right. I think still I have not created GitHub link. Tomorrow I will create and I will give that. Yeah, these are the videos, boss. Take it and use them. Tomorrow JDBC timings 11 o'clock. Tomorrow JDBC timings is not 11 o'clock. Okay. I'm your old Core Java student. I got 14 lakh package. I taught Core Java so many years back, Ra Babu. How come you are my Core Java student? So many years. I also forgot the subject of Core Java. Come on. It's really nice. Really nice. I hardly taken 2-3 patches of Core Java in my life. 2-3 batches of Core Java I have taken in my life, guys. That too long back. Right. A new JDBC not started. I will let you know. Yes. As of now, if you provide DT as argument to get bin, what happens? You will get date class object. Prem, it is not for you people. It is for old batch students. Prem, it is not for you people. It's old batch students. One running JDBC batch is there. For them, some leftover classes are there. to conduct those leftover classes. I invited them at that time. Okay. Veda Reddy, morning 7 a.m., evening 7:30 p.m. These are fixed slots for, Spring Boot and microservices. Okay. Once batch is started, new batch will come. Thank you guys. Have a